Anyway.
Okay. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers from now on. If you're listening from now on,
You've been
either
warned.
you've seen the film or you simply don't care.
Yeah.
So, probably both, frankly.
Pretty much. Well, actually, I've had a look at like the average amount of time someone's been on our videos because we've had like our first.
It's mostly me, frankly. It's mostly
really?
me watching them. It's
Really?
just me.
Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
I'm joking.
I was going to say, wow.
I'm
We've
joking.
reached our first double digits. Which is, like,
double digits, yes.
We found out today. We beat our double
nice.
digits. But the average time is about like 1:27. That's the average time. So someone could be going for like the whole time, but then someone else could be like going for like 1 second and be like, fuck this, I'm not listening to these guys. But anyway, yeah,
Well,
so it's
we'll
like
see.
1:27
I mean,
the average.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Whatever.
So spoilers.
Spoilers.
Well,
So I want to bring up something.
go for it.
Mission Impossible 5, sort of in brackets, extended close-ups of middle-aged men.
Yes.
There are a lot of close-ups of just middle-aged men.
And it was
like
really
Tom
hard.
Cruise, just like, look at those eyes, they've
Yeah.
got wrinkles. Ving Rhames, look at those eyes, they've got wrinkles. Jeremy Renner, look at those eyes, they've got wrinkles. And I don't know, it was just... That's just something I wanted to bring up. There was a lot of middle-aged men in this. A lot of middle-aged men. But
I love Simon Pegg as well.
Simon Pegg is a lot of fun.
I love him. He's just from Shaun of the Dead. I just love him.
He's one of those people though that has sort of gone to Hollywood and been sort of Hollywooded up. So he's got so like when he was
Hollywooded up.
when he was in Edgar Wright's films like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and before he sort of became a Hollywood star with... I mean, I guess he's kind of a B-list horror star, but I really like Simon Pegg. I think he's amazing. But ever since he's been sort of in the Hollywood machine, he's always tanned, his hair's got slightly thicker, he always looks good, he's always got a little bit of makeup
like a lot
on.
better than what he actually...
He's got like significantly better looking.
He probably goes into like the wardrobe and be like, alright guys, Hollywood up. Let's go.
Hollywood really Hollywoods him up, which is nice. I mean, it's nice to see people get better looking as they age, which I mean is possible somehow.
Well, it is Mission Impossible.
Yes,
so maybe this is the name behind it. But I wanted to bring up a scene, which was the opening scene we were talking about before.
Yep.
Because we're actually doing this sort of stuff. We just did this in physics, actually, of our uni.
There we go. Science talk.
This is science talk.
Are you ready, guys, for the fun science talk?
Okay, so we see like
you just wanted to bring up you're doing physics at uni,
sorry,
didn't you?
I did.
I
really wanted to.
As a physicist at university, we're studying this particular.
No,
phenomena.
but still. Anyway, this is what sort of pissed me off.
Okay.
Was that so?
I'm doing an arts degree, by the way. It's true.
Really?
No, I'm doing theology. That's not arts. That's just the Bible. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, actually, that is the Bible.
Yeah. So I'm doing theology and the study of washing machines.
Yes, and the spin cycle.
Not the engineering side, the philosophical side of do we need washing machines in this post 9/11 world?
Wow! Oh my god.
Sorry.
So Ethan jumps onto the plane.
Yep.
Which I believe is... I know that the whole point of the film is it's impossible because it's Mission Impossible, but still, this is physically impossible because this is
what
part? This is what I'm going to explain.
Okay,
so
go
we've got the plane that's going.
Keep it brief. Keep it brief.
Okay, it's going quite
Keep it brief
fast.
like my trousers. I've got briefs on. Sorry.
Oh, lovely.
Go on.
God, it's a bit creepy. It's going quite pretty fast. It's about the speed of a car, so about 60 km an hour.
Yep.
He jumps on from a stationary point onto the wing, which is made of metal and is rubber soles. And that there...
So the friction...
Yeah, there is not enough coefficient of friction there to keep him on the plane. First of all, so that's the first part.
No, fuck off.
Then the second part...
Come on, this is way too nitpicky.
This is
way too nitpicky. I think you could
joking.
definitely jump onto that and...
I'm not joking.
We're going to do a test.
Anyway.
We're going to do a test. We're going to put the huge budget we get for this show. We're going to book a plane. We're going to book a runway. And you are going to jump onto it.
But I'm just going to prove it's impossible.
Yeah.
So you got to prove it is possible.
That's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, and then the second part is that the propeller that's in front of him is going to push him off anyway. Because it's going so fast to push this plane forward, it's going to be pushing air back. Third, it's speeding up as it goes, so there's more wind coming back even faster.
Right, okay.
Therefore, he should not be on that plane. There is no fucking way that he can actually physically stay on that
Movie
wing.
magic, he's got wires.
Or maybe. Or he's probably got magnets in his shoes, but still, he'd be flying back.
You bring up a thing that a slight problem I have with the film.
What's that?
Which was Tom Cruise's immortality. So
fucking hell!
So here we go. We've got this is as I say, this is all spoilers now. So there's a bit where there's the heist bit where they go into a so there's
it's a torus. It's called a torus, and
Yeah.
I know the reason why. A torus is a mathematical name for a donut. Not even joking.
Oh,
that's
so,
why it's
yeah.
called the torus.
So anyway, yeah. So he has to
going.
go underwater to do this heist, and in the we'll talk about something. He has a weird wetsuit, which I'll talk about in a second. But
yeah, that was really interesting.
Well,
Keep going though.
Okay, so anyway, there's a sequence where he does the heist, and then there's a motorbike chase, and sort of
yes,
that sort of happens in all one long sequence.
Yeah,
she gets
she gets the data.
Isla steals the data, so they have to collect this data from this Taurus.
Yes,
and there's a little heisty bit. So in the process of this heist, Tom Cruise dies. Like his heart stops beating. He literally dies. So yeah, so he drowns.
Yeah.
What happens? He gets up, walks it off.
I know.
The next scene where he's driving a car, the car crashes, does 10 flips. What happens? Gets up,
he's
walks it
fucking
off
fine.
without a scratch. Next scene, there's a 10-minute motorbike chase. He crashes at many miles an hour
with no helmet.
Well, no helmet, no protective gear, just a crappy
just
Hawaiian
him.
shirt
Yeah.
and some jeans.
And glasses, and that's it.
Falls off onto gravel. What happens? Gets up, walks it off, not a scratch
I know.
on it. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Sorry, that's just it's just a little rant because
It is.
the issue is you want to build tension in these films because they're sort of spy films. You want to have you want to have tensions in these action sequences.
Well-
and if you know that the main guy is gonna die and then can literally just get back up, walk, drive, motorbike, so 10 minutes later,
He
What's the
was
point?
like the third time's the charm sort of thing.
I
He died
know.
3 times.
He should have been dead about 17 times in this film.
Well,
and
yeah.
then there's a scene at the end where he falls out a first-story window, can't walk it off, is crippled.
Yeah.
So
I know.
dies,
Like
crashes a car, crashes a motorbike, fine, falls out a first-story window, dead.
That's
Done.
it.
Breaks
Done.
an
I
ankle,
can't do
breaks a
anymore.
leg. Can't do anymore.
Yeah, don't know why. Don't know why he could do that, but that's just what happens. That's and the suit. So
that was a
the
minor
suit.
little. The suit. So there is a scene, as I mentioned briefly, we has to go underwater to perform this heist.
Yes.
And he has a wetsuit which monitors his body's level of oxygen.
Yeah,
she has on a little iPad. She has it monitoring his oxygen, and he has 100% oxygen.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know how you can monitor someone's. I know you can, but there's no. He hasn't got any instruments on it. It's just literally it's like a skin tight suit. It just goes, yep, 100%, and then so it's just sort of.
There's a scene where he's breathing.
Yeah, and it just slowly goes up and up.
it goes from 10%. He breathes some more, goes to 50%, breathes some more, goes.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
I will put this out for. I have never studied biology. I
haven't
very
either,
briefly, but my biology is pretty much non-existent. I don't know if that works. I personally. It looks very ridiculous.
The only thing I can think of is that because I did chemistry last year or something like that. But what I'm thinking it is something to do with where he must have some sort of instrument in him to monitor maybe the oxygen in blood level.
I guess you can monitor oxygen blood level
because that's the whole point of having oxygen. But you need oxygen.
But
in your blood.
Can you get 100% oxygen blood?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's.
I guess you must be able to.
Maybe they did a calculation how much he should have for 100%.
Yeah.
And they're just going off that. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess it just looked very simple.
But yeah,
I don't know.
It's something it just.
There's gonna be people who are like, "You're a fucking idiot. Why are you talking about science? You don't
Why
know
are you
shit.
in university?
Why are you in a university? You
How
piece of
can you
shit."
get in?
I'm not at university. I'm at TAFE. As I said, I'm doing a course in
2-week course.
degree management. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yes, but that was that's just something that I don't think is even possible.
Oh, so this is something briefly I want to talk about.
Go for it.
In this film, the British Prime Minister turns up at the end.
Yeah.
So there's a whole basically the end sequence of the film. This is major spoilers now. Is that they get this list or these monetary funds. So okay, actually, I'm just going to spoil the whole end.
Yeah, just
because this is this is easy to talk about.
Yeah.
Basically, as it turns out, what the syndicate, the Rogue Nation, as stated before, it was made by an offshoot of the British government, like this man who wanted to create the syndicate. The British Prime Minister said no, don't create it, but he created it anyway. And the whole heist was about getting funding for. That's what that is. What he's stealing is the funds, the access accounts for the funds to fund the syndicate. So
there's like 20. Well, how much was it? 20 billion?
It's 20 billion, some ludicrous number.
Yeah,
it could have been
something
17 trillion million for whatever. It was like
Yeah.
it felt like a Dr. Evil number, frankly. More money than I will ever possibly conceive of understanding what it really means to have that much money. So at the end, there's a sequence where Tom Cruise essentially has to get access to the British Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And I specifically want to talk about the British Prime Minister himself. So the actor who plays the British Prime Minister, I personally can't remember his name. I'm just going to check him out 1 second. On IMDb.
I actually found out
Tom
what
Hollander.
that meant today.
Internet Movie Database.
Yes.
For me, 10
honestly
seconds ago.
didn't
Just
even know.
for the podcast.
Yeah,
I
it
told
was
you.
like, oh fuck, we should have said this. But we have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But,
so the actor who's the British Prime Minister, his name is Tom Hollander. And the reason I love that it's played by this character, he was also, you may remember him from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He was in,
I haven't seen. I only seen the first one.
Yeah, he was in the second and third one.
Oh, okay.
So this actor Tom Hollander, he's a British Prime Minister in this, but in a previous TV series known as The Thick of It, he plays a political enforcer, which is sort of a spin doctor and gets all the politicians sort of in line and keeps them on track and everything. He plays a political enforcer called the Fucker. So I like to think that Mission Impossible 5 and The Thick of It are set in the same universe. The Thick of It is the British.
Oh, right.
I like to think that they're set in the same universe. So this character the character played by Tom Hollander has gone from being the Fucker to being the Prime Minister of Great Britain. I just love that.
He's been like promoted.
Yeah,
so
he's been
much.
promoted
It's
so
like,
much.
Yep, you're in.
Absolutely. I just had to bring that up because that's a great British show. Actually, we'll talk about that in the later segment. You know,
Okay.
I've made up a new segment for the show. By the way.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about this.
We'll talk about it at the end.
We'll talk right at the end. Yes.
It's Paris's list of good films that you probably haven't seen and may like, depending on personal preference.
Maybe we should get that short.
No, that's the name. I confirmed it.
Really? You've done it?
Sent it off to Jay-Z. He came back to me. Yes, Paris.
It's all
That's
good.
a great name. Great name, Paris.
Nice.
That's the. We'll talk about that at the end. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, Tom Hollander, he's a really good actor actually. Really funny in The Thick of It. Really funny in The Loop as well, which is another film which I'll mention later.
Yeah.
But all good. So
Okay.
I just like to think of them in the same universe. Really funny. Really funny.
That's a good point. Okay, so you're talking about the Prime Minister scene where Tom Cruise needs to get access to him, gain access to the Prime Minister. So he...
What did I want to say about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Where are we going with
Really
that?
at all. No, that was just to set up the Prime Minister basically.
Oh, that was it?
To establish.
Oh, okay.
There is a scene where they run through London, and you know a bit after they sort of get the information from the Prime Minister, and they're running through the streets of London.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, if you watch this film, that's not what London looks like.
No.
London isn't. London's one of the busiest cities in the world. It's not just a collection of damp, foggy streets that are completely isolated at like 9 p.m. at night, which is like one of the most busiest times of the day.
And as you probably know, Paris is...
Yeah.
He says he doesn't have an accent.
I've been to London. I've been to London at night, and it doesn't look like round every corner Jack the Ripper's just going to come out and stab a prostitute. But that's what it looks like in the film. Precisely.
It does look like that, yeah.
It does.
Looks dark and like...
Because apparently the director, that's what London is to him. It's just like, it's Big Ben, it's a lot of British people with bad teeth. Ugly. Every British person except for the girl is ugly in this, by the way.
Yeah.
And...
there was not enough of her, like... There was only one scene where you actually saw some part of her, which is... no, there's two, sorry.
What do you mean?
There was the chick.
Are you talking objectively now? Are we
talking
objectifying women now?
I am, actually, because I wanted more.
Right. Okay, well, if you're going to objectify women, I'm going to objectify Tom Cruise. Still looks good. 50 years old. Looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic. Does he take the shirt off? Looks amazing. How does he look like that?
That scene where he just come over the bar.
That was really good. I like that.
I know.
I like that. You'll see. There's a scene in the trailer where he's being interrogated and he sort of jumps over this. You'll see that sort of full scene you're shown in the trailer, in the film. Really good. Absolutely.
It's
cool.
like
amazing.
It's like if I could do that, I would be like, life complete.
I'd bloody do that all day, mate. I'd just spend day hopping up bars. That's what I do.
There was only 2 times though that you could actually see her. That's it.
See, you're talking about her ass, I'm guessing.
Well, no, that's one of them.
I mean,
actually, yeah,
she's an attractive lady. I don't think we need to define her character by the way she looks, frankly.
Well,
I'm sorry, this is 2015. I mean...
Well, I'm sure there's viewers out there who would want to.
Right,
so
okay, yes.
I'm speaking for them.
Yeah.
What do we want to go on about again?
I don't know. Well, I think a spoiler in this film is that there aren't that many spoilers in the film. So, it sort of sets up.
Elaborate.
I will elaborate. I feel like what we're meant to think is that Alec Baldwin's character, the head of the CIA.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry, taking a drink.
No,
Professional.
Yeah, I'll start talking.
A professional podcast. No, I think as head of the CIA, I think we're sort of meant to think he's behind the syndicate as well. Like he's involved.
I did think
you
that.
You really get that impression that he is sort of
trying to hide
behind it all, and he's behind it all because he's so aggressively trying to get the IMF shut down and all this other stuff, and sort of so determined to prove that Tom Cruise is mental, is crazy,
and they're causing all this. Sorry. God, I keep burping.
So I personally thought that he was going to be sort of involved in the syndicate somehow, but I liked that he wasn't. I liked that it was just sort of...
And he was sort of brought in to like help stop it.
I liked the fact the twist in the film was sort of that there weren't as many twists as you thought there were going to be, which was nice. It kept it simple. Like you didn't just try and go, oh, and this person's a bad person, this person's a bad person, this person's good again, this person's bad again.
You know what, actually? That was a little bit like... There was too many times when... is it... Oh, I keep saying the name right.
Ida Faust.
Is it Ida Faust?
Ida Faust.
Yeah. Her, she
Possibly.
kept...
I don't really know.
I didn't know what side she was on until
you don't know what she was on. They keep you guessing, mate. They keep you guessing. That's called filmmaking. That's called.
It frustrated me because like,
keeping you intrigued.
I want to like
getting you.
I want her to stay alive, and then it's like, well, fuck her. She's just screwed up, like gone off and with the data. And what?
It's all about, mate. You don't know motivations. You don't know. Keep you guessing.
Annoying.
That's what I like in a relationship. Keep you guessing. I like her to be an assassin. I like her to beat me up in the... No, okay. This is weird.
Yeah, that's going to be it. You know what, actually, there was a part when they were in the Taurus, when Ethan was getting, like, trying to change his ID card for then...
in the process of the heist.
Yes.
A bit CGI-y.
Yeah.
Too much CGI in that scene.
It was a little bit.
I like my heists very tactile.
But then think about it like this. He's underwater for 3 minutes. Like
he is underwater for 3 minutes.
That's
they make that very clear in the film.
Yeah, no, he says it like that.
No, but as in, no, obviously they can't. But there was a lot of CGI in the film. I don't know what I don't know. No, sorry, in that scene. And I like my heists very tactile. I like a good tactile heist.
Okay. Well, this
I like
is
to
what
feel it.
Frustrated
I like
me.
to. Sorry, go on.
This is what frustrated me the most. Is that like I know that this is the whole part. It's the part of the heist. God, I just gotta. Yeah, I gotta say the words.
Use your words, Adam.
So he kept dropping the ID card and kept getting
He bloody
stopped.
dropped it.
Oh, it was pissing me off. Like every fucking time he got stopped or getting like just held back, it's like, oh fucking now just put it in and well, that's what she said, but put it in and get
nice. Set up your own jokes. Good on
you. I
know. He bloody dropped a load though, didn't he? He bloody dropped it. He kept on dropping it.
Yeah, and then
he just wouldn't put
right
it in.
At the end, he had a
50-50
chance that he could actually put the right one in. That was. What if he put the wrong one in? What is like how it should have ended? That's
briefly want to bring up this.
What's that?
So you know the whole that entire heist scene, where like there was sort of a lot of tension about will he be able to get the card in before Simon Pegg? Couldn't they have just sent Simon Pegg in like 10 minutes later?
They could have, but maybe what I'm thinking is that if you leave the ID card in, maybe they recognise that's not the correct one.
Yeah, so
maybe that's what
I feel like that's a good excuse that you've given, but I would have liked to see more. They could have just said that in the film. Yeah, like why didn't they just say that?
They could have. It was an easy line to put in.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the ID card
Wait, sorry, I'm in mortal peril here. Can't we just wait sort of 5 minutes until I know you've got it in before risking my entire existence?
Pretty much.
No. We'll just.
Is that technology even like?
I'm sure it is
out there.
It's not that crazy. It's just measuring like
but then
walking gait and stuff like that.
Step and every move in your body, you're gonna change every day. It's not like you're
no. But I mean, we have like certain gaits and certain like ways that your knees move. I don't know. I'm sure it exists. I mean, bloody.
That'd be quite interesting.
We've got bloody phones. We've got. Bloody,
well, I know that.
We've got bloody. You can watch bloody porn on your watch now. There's gotta be. There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
God, 38 minutes. Shit. 38 minutes.
Should wrap this up.
Maybe we should wrap this up. Your listener, you wanted to. Well, first of all, let's end.
Mission Impossible.
And Mission Impossible. So your final overall thoughts was
with spoilers. Good.
That was really.
I'll do a big review later, mate. I'll put up another video. I'll spend 20 minutes just babbling about Tom Cruise's cool hair and his
asymmetrical face,
his bloody tooth in the middle of his face, and Alec Baldwin's creepy old man face that he has now because he's aged.
Yeah, I didn't like his hairstyle. I hated that.
It's like the same as yours, mate.
No, but mine's a little bit more like thicker everywhere, except for his is like long at the front. Oh,
Alec, he does have a peak. That pissed me off. What do you think of? What do you think of bloody? What's his name?
Bloody.
Ving Rhames' hat.
Who?
You know, the black guy.
The black guy. Who is he? Which one?
Mate, you're an idiot. Ving Rhames. He's the guy who runs around with bloody Jeremy Renner for half the film.
Ah, him.
Something briefly I want to talk about.
What's that?
So there is a scene at the near the middle after the, you know, the bit where they just crash the car.
Yeah.
They sort of flip 10 times. They're chasing
times.
Isla Faust's character.
And he got up.
Isla Faust in the film. And he sort of gets up and walks away fine. And then Tom Cruise gets up and sort of sees the motorbike's chasing, and he's like, I'm gonna get involved. I like to think that Tom Cruise does that in real life.
Yeah.
I like to think that just like he's sort of walking down the street.
And he's like,
he sees like a big motorbike again. He's like, oh, I really want to be involved in this. And it's just like, hi guys, how's it going? And just like rides with them. That's a terrible Tom Cruise impression.
Actually, I had one point. I'm sorry, I wanted to bring up. So I like the comedic sections. Comedic, whatever, sections of the film. So I loved how it was Jeremy Renner's character. What was his name? I can't remember his name. It was William Brandt.
William Brandt.
Yeah. It was like, we're all fugitives now and have nothing. Yeah. I'm so proud. Like there was those sorts
there was
of
some nice little lines.
And then when
we'll bring up this briefly, the bit at the start where you sort of we see Simon Pegg's character the first time, and he's playing Halo. He's playing Halo, 3 massive screens. There's a guy walking behind him. How could he not be seen?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He's not like he's walled off. He's literally like in the middle.
It's huge as well, and it's quite.
He's got 3 massive screens. Someone would.
I'm pretty sure if you saw.
We're not suggesting that like the film's suggesting that no one would see him. No one would see him play Halo on these 3 giant screens in the middle of an office. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter.
But and then I loved how it was after Ethan just become alive again and was resurrected. Ethan tried to jump over the car and he couldn't quite get over. That was actually.
I don't think of Tom Cruise as a very funny guy necessarily.
Well, I thought that was quite funny.
No, he's funny in this, but like in real life, he scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
like he's got those crazy eyes, you know. He's got crazy eyes.
That's and then I just loved how like just before infiltrating the tourists, like how Simon Pegg's character just kept saying, by the way, you've only got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And you know what I hate about that scene actually as well? He started the timer before he even jumped.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, fucking hell. I was like, dude, you got
an extra 5 seconds there, man.
Yeah, I know.
Use that 5 seconds. Right, we should really wrap this up.
Yes, we should wrap this up.
So,
yes, I really enjoyed the film. You found it good.
Found it good.
And now you want your little segment, your 50-word long title.
Okay, so the segment we'll do at the end of the show is that... I mean, I've seen a lot of films. I spend way too much time watching films, frankly. Yeah,
you got a lot of time in your hands.
I'm completely useless at everything else in my life except sitting down and enjoying a good steak. No, I'm a vegetarian. Doesn't make any sense. So this is sort of a list that... I'm not basing this on films that I don't think people have seen. I'm basing it on films that Adam hasn't seen.
Okay, yeah, we've had this discussion.
Like, this is sort of maybe the person more involved in seeking out maybe indie films and stuff like that maybe you haven't seen, whatever.
Yeah.
Not necessarily indie films. They're just any film that like maybe any film that didn't get like a $500 million marketing budget and weren't like whatever. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Paris's list of good films that you may not have seen, and you may... Oh no, fuck! I messed it up.
Come on,
it's like a paragraph long. Obviously, I know. I haven't thought this through, have I?
No, you haven't.
I'm an idiot.
You need like an
Paris's list of good films that you probably haven't seen and may like, depending on personal preference.
Very well done. Trademarked.
I don't even have a film this week.
Whoa! What? You have a film?
I've just gotten.
You just got notes.
I've just got fact of the week.
So you just brought it in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've got. Name one off the top of your head. What's something that like I haven't seen?
Well, no. Thinking about it, I think it's a good idea to sort of reference characters in the film. I was talking about Tom Holland earlier, the guy who plays the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
He's in a film called In the Loop. It's 2009. It's a BBC film. It's a sort of political satire. It's based on the TV show The Thick of It.
Yep.
And it's fucking hilarious. Like, it is so... Okay. Like, I think the first scene in the film is this very sweary character called Malcolm Tucker telling someone to fuck off and...
Okay.
It's a really short film. It's only about 90 minutes or so. A lot of fun. Yeah, well, it's a BBC film, so
okay.
They've got a budget of about £7.50, £7.50, £7 sterling. Maybe a Tom Cruise film that you possibly haven't seen recently. He made Edge of Tomorrow last year, or Live Die Repeat, which did sort of poorly at the box office, which is why I'm mentioning it. Because I mean, I think a lot of people have seen it now, but Adam, the look on his face is telling me that he has no idea what I'm talking about. So anyway, great. Edge of Tomorrow, I saw that really recently. Awesome film. A lot of fun. Bloody time travel, bloody mech suits, bloody Tom cruising about, bloody Emily blunting about.
Blunting
I don't know.
about.
She's doing her blunt thing.
I think it's been 44 minutes on the dot.
That's a lot of time.
That's our longest. I think we should wrap up.
Wrap it up.
So, farewell everyone.
Bye.
Till next time.